What's up, my little tattletales? Yo, Kris Jenner is back at it again, being caught to me what looks like lies and putting on her dumb Pollyanna act. Yo, but don't worry, Chyna is up there digging in those guts. What's the newest one? She literally had the nerve to say that she thought that Chyna was going to delete Rob from this earth, and literally compared it to what happened with Kim in Paris when she was tied up at gunpoint by a multitude of people, being robbed of her wealth that apparently she deserves. Yo, and she had the nerve to bring Will Smith and Chris Rock into it. Let me tell y'all something. If there's one thing the Kardashians are gonna do, and the Jenners, is hide behind whatever black person they can for cover. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, let's get into this, but before we do, hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget, I just did my members only live with exclusive insider info on the trial, and also I get into what's really going on with Blac Chyna's taxes. Y'all, it's still not too late to sign up. It's only $4.99. The link will be in the bio. Go on and hook your girl up. At the very least, like, subscribe, hit those notifications, because you know I'm gonna be giving you my version of the real. We already got enough people being like, it's over for Chyna. No, it ain't. It ain't far from there. And I can't wait till Chyna gets paid like Rob weighs. But you know what? In the meantime, let's get into this mess. All right, let go. If Kris Jenner don't stop this dumb Pollyanna act she got going on, what's the newest one she's talking about? And here's the thing. I don't know how people fall for it. The way she's just like, we're just good people. I want everybody to love us, and everyone. It's just so phony. It's so fake. Have y'all seen the documentary about Kris Jenner's church? We'll talk about that later. Anyway, look at the new thing she's talking about. Kris Jenner thought Chyna was going to kill Rob. The only way you could kill Rob, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to hell. I'm not going to say it. The only way you can kill Rob is by discontinuing Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies. Okay, fine. That's the last one I'm going to say, okay? But get this. Kris Jenner, but here's the thing, before we even get into this, but don't worry, because Chyna's attorney, Chyna, ate Kris up. She is exposing Kris on the stand to the jury. It's just being full of it. Because listen to this. Kris Jenner said she fully thought Blac Chyna was going to kill Rob Kardashian when she pointed the bang bang at his head, and in no way did she think it was a joke. Kris was back on the stand Friday for a second day of testimony in Chyna's trial, claiming, side note, did y'all see? Look at the court drawing of Kris. That court reporter don't got, look at this mess. That court reporter don't got no love for them. Look at that mess. Anyway, let's get into this, right? Sorry. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Kris was back on stand Friday on a second day of testimony in Chyna's trial, claiming that she thought because Chyna tried to murder her son back in December 2016, Rob's mom hurled the allegation almost right out the gate, with Chyna's lawyer asking if she believed Chyna attempted to murder her son. Kris responded, I do. Now here's the thing. Why didn't you make a police report? Why didn't you call the police? We all know you guys stay with your button on TMZ. Why didn't you make a big deal out of it? Why wasn't it in my mind until Chyna threatened to sue you guys, and actually did sue you guys for interfering with her contract with E, that all of a sudden now you're worried about your child's life? Shut up. Rob wasn't even invited to Kim's wedding because Kim didn't think, this is all lies, this is rumors, didn't think that Rob was acceptable to be around all her new fashiony upscale friends, right? Now get this. Kris says that she came to that conclusion after looking at everything going on back then between Rob and Chyna. So now you had to think about it on whether she was trying to, what you think she is, Perry Mason, Alfred Hitchcock? Literally, you think she's what, how to get away with murder? Anyway, claiming Rob had marks on his body from the phone cord Chyna wrapped around his neck in addition to his torn shirt. Now look at Kris's thing. Marks on his body from the phone cord, not his neck, but his body. Kris is already trying to create a narrative on how Chyna said, we have footage of Rob at the dentist. There's no marks on his body, on his neck, or on his face. But now Kris Jenner saying literally the refrigerator had marks on his body. I don't want to hear it. What's more, Kris says she felt Chyna had animosity and hatred towards her family. Projection, Kris Jenner, be thy name. Because we saw Why do you think Chyna had animosity towards your family? Because y'all pretended to be her friend? And then had Kylie, when allegedly, well, according to Kanye, when he said Tyga got in there early, when the babysitter popped up with her man the day she turned 18, and Tyga put her out the house. Tyga ain't ish. And Tyga put her out the house. Anyway, Kris says that Chyna had animosity and hatred toward her family. It seemed like y'all had nothing but animosity and hatred toward Chyna, saying alcohol was involved when Chyna pointed the gun at Rob's head. How would you know? And wondered what it'd be like to be in Rob's situation at that moment. Your son is a card-carrying member of the Codeine Boys. He had Instagram posts. He literally testified to Child Social Services that Chyna never laid a hand on him. What are we talking about? Also, why did y'all drop the charges? Why didn't y'all go to court over this? Why didn't you bring up a police report? Is it because it didn't happen? Because the only people saying that she did it are you, who wasn't there, Corey Gamble, who came at the end, Kylie, who wasn't there, Rob, who was but didn't have any marks. And guess what? The one thing that can verify all this, which is security footage from Kylie's house, mysteriously disappeared. And if anybody has good security, you know that that just don't happen unless someone presses delete, because they keep footage anywhere between 3 months to a year, depending on how much you want to pay for cloud storage. They need to stop. And we know Kylie did. Now, anyway, as reported, Chyna claimed she pointed the bang bang at Rob as a joke and insisted the phone cord she put around his neck was also done in jest. Let me tell you something also. Rob Kardashian, I'll just say it seems like a simp to me. Maybe he's really into that violent role play. You don't know what they did in bed. Seriously, Rob looks like he can take a licking and keep on ticking. I'm just saying, okay? Anyway, Kris was asked why she didn't call the police if she thought Chyna was going to kill her son. She said she thought Chyna had enough problems with cops and figured her own security, made up of former LAPD officers, could get the situation under control if necessary. Chyna had enough problems with the cops. What problems did she have? Is that when your son broke into her phone, literally posted sensitive screenshots and private information, and literally sent death threats off of her phone and got her investigated by the LAPD because the person that received it thought Chyna was the one that was sending it? Is that the problem she had with cops? Yo, Rob Kardashian, in my opinion, is a menace, and that woman raised them. Anyway, and get this, Kris was asked about the text she sent where she wrote, "Hey, Rob is devastated. He needs to ditch that bitch," right? Kris told the jury she sent the text in anger when she was very upset, adding, and this is where Kris Jenner gets on my nerves with this dumb Pollyanna act, "I probably could have used a word that was nicer." She really knows how to lean into her Becky Karen when she wants to, right? Becky Karen, Kris Kardashian. Chyna's lawyer, Len Gianni, asked Kris why she would want to use nicer words to describe someone she believed tried to murder her son. That's a good question. That's what I was wondering. Kris said, "It's just really not the way I like to talk about people. We have your private messages. We have all your internal messages, at least the ones Chyna could find. This is the way you talk about people. But now you're on trial and you're trying to do that little Christian charity church thing, fake Pollyanna stuff that the Kardashians love to do. Give me a break." I will say one thing about the Kardashians. Kris Jenner is a master at weaponizing what people expect women to be in a patriarchal society. She's a master. Women expect, no matter, in a patriarchal society that's highly misogynistic, we expect women to always be like, "Sorry, oh, did I say that? I didn't mean that." And literally just act like you're a Disney princess with birds chirping around. And no matter how much people mistreat you or do anything wrong, you turn the other cheek and you're still a really good person inside. She recognizes the patriarchy and the misogyny, and she leans into it. The way even all her daughters, no matter what happened with their daughter fathers, what's their public thing, "I just always will have love because they're always going to be family and I love them so much, and that's my kid's father, and no matter what happens, I'm always going to protect them." You know how to play patriarchal princess, and you taught your daughters well. But enough of that BS on the stand. Lynn, you better rip her apart. Now get this, right? Kris was then shown another text message she sent to the showrunner behind Rob and Chyna's reality TV show, where Kris wrote, let's take her off the show and just make it Rob raising his daughter. Boom! To any of you dummies sitting there talking about something, how there's gonna be a show if Rob's not in it? T said you reaching, it can't be a show, dummies. Kris thought the same thing I did. One person don't stop a show. You can still have the show, you just move them around like actors. She wanted to make it about Rob raising Dream. Now what's the problem with that? One, didn't nobody care about Rob. Two, you guys don't remember, but the North remembers, when Rob and Chyna got together, Chyna was the one popping. As a matter of fact, in LA streets, Chyna was the one popping and got Kim Kardashian popping. Kanye even wanted her hanging out with Chyna so she could get some of Chyna's swag and Chyna everything. The North remembers. But also, let's get into this, right? What they gonna do? Follow cameras to Khloe's house? Because that's who got the baby all the time. Kourtney, she got enough kids to worry about. It seems like Khloe, because Khloe's the messy one that always wants to antagonize and cry in the corner whenever. You know what? Isn't it funny? Tristan does seem to be Khloe's karma. It does. But anyway, right? Asked why she sent out that text, Kris explains, this is my son that has been traumatized, and I was just trying to figure out what to do. Okay. Kris started crying on the stand as she compared Rob having a bang pointed at his head to Kim being tied up in a bathtub in Paris. Let me tell y'all something. Chyna already testified under oath that she didn't point a bang at his head. But the fact that Kris leaned in to the old trauma of thinking Kim was going to be deleted from this earth and used those tears to put on a show for the jury, I don't even want to hear this mess. Get this. Kris was also asked about another text because Lynn was like looking at her like, are you done or are you finished? Kris was also asked about another text where she claimed Chyna beat the crap out of Rob's face and the meaning behind it. In her explanation, Kris drew a laugh from the courtroom crowd when she referenced the Will Smith and Chris Rock moment of Oscars, saying, it's like if I was at the Academy Awards and I got hit in the face, I might say I got the ish beat out of my face. You thought you did something, and once again still hiding behind black people to literally hide the message you're doing. Shut up. Why didn't you listen? The real analogy would have been Kim getting something beat up by Ray. You know what? Let me shut up. I want to go to heaven. Father, forgive me. Anyway, Kris was pressed about equating the Oscar slap to the incident between Chyna and Rob, and she said her text was just using a figure of speech. If you guys notice, look at the walk back. Kris is now trying to walk back about whether forget about whether they told executives that Chyna beat the ish out of Rob. Now they're trying to argue that somebody saying you got the ish beat out of you doesn't mean that you got beat up. It can mean a number of things. We know it can, but when you're talking about someone being physically violent and saying that somebody's it means that somebody physically assaults someone. You guys, keep an eye on this mess. It is getting deep. You know your girl's gonna be giving you real-time updates and reading through the bullshit. Don't forget, I just did my exclusive members only live with exclusive insider information on what is going on in the courtroom. It's still not too late to sign up. You can watch it on replay. The link is going to be, it's only $4.99. You can cancel anytime. Anyway, y'all, let me get out of here. I will talk to y'all later. Mwah.